Hello, welcome to the latest edition of the Purist podcast. I'm sitting here in Congleton. Big Hughie Fury here to kindly give a bit of his time to tell us how he's got to where he is now, where he's heading. I'm going to see how it goes. So, Hughie, good to see you.
Good to see you
Thanks
too,
very much for your time.
No.
We were just going to touch on it then. Very starting out. What age was you when you come into boxing?
Was always at boxing from a young age.
From a baby?
From a baby.
Yeah, because it is
I see my dad always outside messing around with the pads and whatever else. Just in us, and then had my first fight 11-year-old. 11, yeah.
Which club was you?
Which club now? I went to a few of them. I went into, I think, Jimmy Egan's.
Oh, okay, so was you round that area?
Yeah. It was around that area. So I went had a few fights around Jimmy Egan's. I was in Bolton, Cairns, and Cairns gym.
Okay.
Had a few fights there. And I was up with my Uncle Hughie as well, in Skirting.
Okay, so round Wythenshawe, round sort of... Did you box around that way?
Yeah, I did. Had a few fights in there, yeah.
As an amateur, as you come through, did you want to do Whale Gold?
Yeah, I was first in history to win the Armenian Youth.
Was it Youth Gold?
Yeah.
What age was that?
I think it was 17, 18.
Yeah.
18, yeah.
Wow, so was you the first then? The
first to ever do it, yeah. I don't know if I'm still.
Still hold that
I think
title.
I might still hold it. I don't know if there's anyone else who's done it.
Was there junior titles before that? Was there did you know, was there
I went into the ABAs, won the
Junior
ABAs, yeah.
Won them, yeah.
Won them. What else did I win? Won the CYPs championships was back then. Won them.
Multi-title then.
Yeah, I won pretty much everything really in the amateurs.
Yeah. And then culminating in a Whale Gold.
Then the world, and then after that I just went 10 pro.
What age was you turning over then?
18.
18, yeah, because you're a very, very young heavyweight, aren't you? You've got a good.
Yeah, had a lot of fights. Been
you've jumped up
with everyone. Yeah.
I
think in my first year, I had 12 fights.
12 fights, yeah.
12 fights in the first year.
Busy.
Yeah. Busy.
I mean, you've had 3 losses, haven't you? Early in your career, obviously, but all to top level opposition now. You know,
100%.
Really good fight. Maybe as a young fighter, the hard opposition, aren't they?
Yeah, just a little bit unlucky with a few. It's just one of them. It's all part of life. You just got to take them fights there. All those learning curves. It's made me the fight I am today.
That's it. Yeah. And we spoke a little bit. You made Michael Hunter was on the horizon. He was potentially next opponent. Is that maybe still going to come out?
Hopefully these fights are still going to happen ahead. So the main thing is now is just obviously that's with the team and that, just get back out there as soon as possible. Obviously had a long layout to do with illnesses and stuff like that, so now is just build back up and get in there and hopefully get some big fights.
Maybe just try and get some rounds for the fight, maybe a bit of a tune-up before you head to...
Yeah, to see what comes of it, but we'll be ready whoever it is.
You'll be ready, yeah. See, because going back to when you come up, I mean, in your community, like sort of travelling, it's traditional to... Boxing is the sport, isn't it? And you know, the real men, if they have any differences, they'll settle them like men, won't they? There's usually, you know, all human beings have differences, don't they? And they just settle it like men.
Everyone has differences, but it does and it doesn't. These days, times are changing even more. Everyone's picking up a knife now, and
it's sad.
So them days they're pretty much going out the window.
Even within your community.
Yeah, in every community, I'd say.
Because it's sad, isn't it? Because that was I've always had a lot of respect for travellers. I know that they'll go out and they'll settle things man to man. That's always been the way things have been done.
100%. That's how it's normally done. Get outside, you have a problem, have a few punches, that's it. Make up.
There are cowards around nowadays, though, isn't it?
These days now, now it's just pick up a knife or a bottle, shove it in your neck, and dead.
Yeah. So what kind of sort of disciplines did you have in you as a youngster? I mean, obviously you started boxing very young, and then at the age where where every youngster, young fighters, young people anyway, some people can tend to go off the rails, start drinking, start going out, maybe smoking and things. Did you have like elders around you giving you good advice and keeping you on the right path?
Yeah, but it's, as well as how much I wanted it myself. It's like if you want something, I was around cousins who smoked and everything like that, and I never used to touch any of it. Never touched a cigarette in my life, never done anything. It's discipline. If you want something bad enough, you have got to sacrifice all this drinking, all this smoking and all things like that, and that's what I always stayed away from.
That's brilliant, because that's a big part of, you know, why I do my podcast. I want young fighters to look at people like you who've lived the life right.
Because you can get intimidated with it. Like when I was around young crowds and that, oh, smoke, oh, just here, come and have one. You know what I mean? You get it all the time. But when I was young, I was still a big kid. I always used to actually go around. Whoever offered me a cigarette, I used to give my dad out. That was my thing.
Don't offer me,
don't offer me anything. I punch in the hand, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I just cracked on, went to the boxing, and
that was your life.
That was the life.
It becomes your life, doesn't it?
It does. You've got to eat, sleep, train, repeat.
Yeah.
If you do, and listen, life, you have hard times, you have easy times, and listen, I've had hard times in the boxing. You just got to keep going.
That's it. Because if you quit, you've got two options, haven't you? You can take your setbacks, and you've got guts, and you'll carry on. You still have got your goal, or you quit, don't you?
But listen, if you have a defeat or whatever, and you just quit, them defeats can make you either defeat you or can make you a better person.
Definitely, fully
and
agree.
And there, some people take it the wrong way, and then go off boozing, go down there instead of putting your head back in the gym and think, okay, I can become a better fighter.
Work on my mistakes.
That's it.
Oh, it's great advice, Hughie, and it's great to see from you, because you've got a really wise old head on your young shoulders.
Oh, 100%. Everything I've done in boxing, I've just put back into the boxing. Like, I believe 100% where I'm going to get. If I didn't think I was going to get to the top, I would have packed it in tomorrow. Don't need a box, I would have packed it in. But I won't stop until I achieve what I'm going to achieve.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
100%.
You're heavyweight champion of the world, which is it's a massive. It's the biggest target in the sport.
No, 100%. It's not an easy sport. It's like I said, I've had a bit unluck, like with the Pula fight and that, with the cut coming up in there. So it's not been easy at all. So now it's just
made you stronger.
It has. Them fights there. Now it's just about getting back to the top and finding the path there.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Personally, I'd love to see you fight Joshua. Do you know what I mean? I know that's a fight down the line for you, obviously.
Yeah.
If he comes in the way, you'd obviously love to fight him, wouldn't you?
These are the fights what I want. Hopefully this year, the end of the year, or middle
next
whoever.
year. Yeah.
Even this year.
Yeah.
These are the fights what I want. Get a fight out in, hopefully get back out soon, and then get a big fight this year.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. So as you've gone through your career, you've always been disciplined and on the ball. You've always had good elders around you looking up to you. What would you give as advice? Young fighters coming through. What would you give as advice to young lads who are boxing? I mean, in general, life and how to get there. Dedication.
Because you know what it is, don't you? You know, dedication can beat talent any day of the week. Because if you're dedicated and persistent in something, you become talented. If you stick at something, you want it bad enough, you'll outdo the other person who is super talented. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, all it takes is a distraction. Go off with your mates, go off with this, do that. You have got to sacrifice things in life. And if you want something bad enough, you've got to put the time in and the hours in. There's no shortcuts in life. Yeah, and if you shortcut, it'll show. Yeah. It's like fighters, if you cut corners in that ring, I've seen it time again, people don't train properly, they think do this. If you not train hard, them corners cut. Yeah. Even in that last 30 seconds, you get knocked back out. And then because you cut a corner. Yeah. It's great advice, and any young fighter, I mean, you're on a trajectory to the heavyweight champion of the world. You've got it in front of you, you believe in it, and you're going to achieve it. And you giving that advice to any young fighter, I mean, talent, as you say, will only get you so far, won't it? There's only a percentage. If you don't put the graft in and the hard work and the sacrificing with it, you're not going to get anywhere in life. Yeah. You can just be lazy and think, oh, I'm talented, and show off or whatever else. But trust me, when you get put on your toes and you have to get past them 3 rounds and get past a bit further, then it's all about the grit. Grit. It's if you can have the grit and the guts and the fighting mentality to keep going. Have you
Have you ever had a question? Have you ever had a question in your head in a fight, any fight, amateur or pro, where you're like, fucking hell, what that hurt? Or, you know, I mean, I remember I had a centre area title fight, and I swear I got hit with this shot to the liver off this Paulinho de Silva, and I, honest to God, I was in agony, and I wanted out. You know, I did want out. I admit I wanted out, but I had to count, get to 8, and I jumped up. But I couldn't stay down. I wanted to. I was in agony, but I just had to get up, and I carried on and got through the distance of the fight. Have you ever been in a fight where you've been hurt, even in an amateur fight or a spar anywhere, where you've been hit that hard, and you've thought, wow, this is like, I might find it hard to even continue the round here, or?
Never.
Never? Have you never like that?
Never.
No?
That's one thing.
You've got a great chin, you've got a good,
you know what
tough,
it is?
You know what I mean?
If been in there, we've been at AFL in the ring. I've had fights with being younger, even when I turned pro. Been hell, I'd never ever give up. Even like the Pula fight, my face was hanging off, and that happened in the second round. And basically, the referee said, "Oh, we're going to stop it in the next round." Went out like a minute, gassed completely out, but wouldn't stop.
That's it. No, because you can't have any quit.
It's the mentality. If you have got the quit in like, if you start thinking the quit, then it becomes that nature. Yeah. I just get it, it's not so bad, and then you talk to yourself into it, and then you think to yourself, all right, that's not so bad, and then bang, you've got that weak mentality. It just happens. Yeah. If you think it or not, it automatically just sinks in. If you doubt things, if you think, fuck it, that's it, it's going to happen, I'm going to go on my back, so what? That's simple. Yeah. But if you think to yourself a bit negative, oh, that punch hurt, right, you can fucking, there's proper negative thinking. You can quit on anything, can't you? Even if training's hard, or you don't want to get up and run. That's the thing, it shows you, if you can quit at even like one little test, even like sprinting up a hill or something hard, then it's in your head, basically it's just auto. Oh, that's you just automatically just think, that's hard, just back off. Pull back. Back off, that's it, it's like a switch in your head. But if you constantly go through it, then it's what it is. Because you've, I've watched, the majority of fights, and you've been in some really good tough fights, haven't you? And yeah, it's about, in life, you just can't give up. No matter what obstacles go in your course, you just got to keep moving forward. Brilliant. What, do you spar much with Tyson? No. Did when I was younger and stuff like that. But that age difference as kids, when you've only been 8 starting out, he's been like 14. And that age difference is massive at that age. And it was for men now, then obviously, but you're not find your way into sparring when needed at these days, no? No. You sort of keep it separate because you're family? That's it, we just leave things like that, to be fair. Yeah, and he's, I think he's going to fight Yusuf, who's possibly? I'm not too sure. No. With that one, not too sure. See what happens with it? Yeah, see what happens with it. Yeah. What type of path would you like to take now towards, how do you see it playing out? Because obviously you're hoping for a tune-up now, and then what sort of route would you try and plot to the heavyweight canal? Whatever comes, whatever route pops up, to be fair. So we'll just plan out fight by fight. Yeah. So just take it. I mean, because you can't really look at all the belts are tied up. So at the minute now, it's just wait. It's a waiting game. Yeah. It's a waiting game. Getting the right fights in, getting the right momentum going. Yeah. Because you've had quite a long layoff, haven't you? Yeah, exactly. So I just need to get back in. Back in the swing of things, so that's the main thing. Yeah, just get towards it. And what's your day-to-day routine like now as you build back up towards getting back in and fighting? What's a day's training say to you now at the moment? It's just eat, sleep, train, repeat. Still, it's like wake up in the morning, have breakfast, do some cardio, some strength training with Peter. Just run around here? To just run out on the roads? Or? Do all different types of things, rowing machine, bikes. Around here is countryside, so there's hills and mountains, everything. Hills, so, and then do the boxing in the evening. Yeah. And that's it. And you're going down to Liverpool a little bit still? I've been going to the Four Corners, breaking up in a minute. He's been doing some pads and that with me. Yeah, and I've been doing some strength training down there as well. He's got a good little setup down, hasn't he? He has, gym and all that, good lad. Yeah, it is. He's got a very good gym there. Yeah. Yeah, and so who would you,
As a youngster then, who would be your idols? Who would you watch? Who would be
I'd watch
who'd you look
all
up to?
I'd watch all fighters, like more the old classics, like I used to even watch the Tommy Hearns
Yeah.
fight, and what's his name? Larry Owens with the
Great
jab.
fighter.
All different types of fights, to be fair. But to be honest with you, I didn't have many idols. It was more like the ambition. I just wanted to be the top.
Yeah, yeah. And as a kid, was your goal champion of the world? Was you,
Yeah,
like,
it's always
even
been
as a baby, even as a little.
Even as a kid, growing up, going to
You had
school,
to get
whatever.
from
That's it. I said I'd get there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
school. You know, because you're from a boxing fighting background. What was school life like? Was
I was barely in it, to be honest with you. In the primary school, I was always, when I was young, I was living away abroad in different countries. So yeah, we lived in Spain for a few years when we was growing up.
Okay.
So
the family working out there, and you were just going.
Yeah.
Was you going to school over there, or?
No, never went to school.
Homeschool and just
I just went to school back at home, really.
Yeah.
Was in put me back 2 years. Went to high school for about 6 months. Never went back.
Yeah, that's it. Cause you.
That was it. It was just pointless because even there I kept getting pulled out to go to the gyms, fights and stuff like that. I always knew what I wanted to do, so it was just pointless.
Yeah. I get you with that. Because you can't. You know, in school they teach you all the same academics and all the same same thing for every kid.
Yeah.
But you was always going to be a sportsman.
Exactly. So I thought school's not going to benefit me in any form whatsoever.
Yeah.
So.
It was always boxing.
Always boxing.
Yeah, brilliant. And just to touch on a little bit more about the family. So your dad boxed, didn't he? What was his?
Yeah, my dad had.
Was you watching his career play out? Your dad, when you were little and things.
No, I don't think we was even born when my dad had a career. To be fair, I think he'd done a bit of. He was always in and out the gyms.
Oh, yeah, okay. But would you go with him even as a youngster then?
He'd used to just train us and stuff like that.
No matter where you went, always have pads on.
Yeah, I always used to see him take the pads on and all stuff like that. I think he had a couple of pro fights, but that was before we was even born. Yeah. Yeah, and that was it really. But he'd always keep his hand in the boxing. Yeah,
no old tapes or nothing, no old.
Nope, never seen him box.
No. So who would you pick out as fighters you came across? Maybe who was good as an amateur you came across? Did you have any nemesis? Who was your
nemesis?
Not nemesis, but maybe who's give you tough fights coming through?
It was all because I started from. Did I start when I was 16? I was like 6'4" in the air, and I was 66 kilos.
66.
Yeah.
You sure you were heavier than that?
What? No, I wasn't heavier than that.
So at 16, was you 66 kg?
Yeah.
At that tall then?
There's a picture in there.
You're tall and slim.
Yeah, I was like a lamppost. Right. If you look in,
I'd like to see it.
There's a picture in there.
6'4".
Yeah, 6'4". And I was skinny.
Yeah. I mean, because you haven't filled out then. You just young.
Took me a long time to fill out, to be fair. Yeah. But yeah, there's.
So when you go into championships and things, I assume you'd be in busy weights if you were 16 and 66 kg.
Yeah, I was
the tallest.
Yeah.
And you're always punching down and always like, because, do you know what, I know this is mad, but when I was 16, I was 81 kg.
Yeah.
I was a light heavy at 16.
Yeah.
But I was the same size as I am now. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you've been 6'4", but you've got another few inches.
That's what I mean. I've gone through all through different weights, so it's not really been had hard fights what I can remember. It's just amateurs all learning. Yeah. But
that, even at what weight did you win that world gold at then in the youths?
Heavyweight.
Heavy, 91.
Yeah, super heavyweight. Yeah.
Oh, you're 91 plus by then.
Yeah, I think I was just hitting around about 95, something like that.
So you've really filled out then, as you've got in that age between like 16 and 17.
Yeah, I think I was just over because they just picked. So there was another heavyweight just went just below me, 91 and under.
90, yeah, I know the way it works. Yeah. But you were 5 key into the super heavies. Yeah. And where was that? Where was that tournament held?
Armenia.
Yeah.
I actually had 5 fights in that.
5, yeah.
5 fights. Normally, heavyweights should only have like 2.
You only get 2 or 3.
2 or 3 fights. But what they give me, it's actually funny, really. Yeah. The guy who fought in the finals, so the Armenian wasn't on my side. The home country opponent, he wasn't on my side.
Yeah.
And he got switched last minute to be put on my side. It was strange carry on. But the guy in the final fought, he had 1 fight.
So did you fight the Armenian, the home kid?
Yeah, I fought everyone.
So the kid on the opposite side of the door had 1 fight, and then you in the final?
1 fight,
and
me in the final. Yeah, he was sat by ringside watching every single one of them. Wow. He's there chilling.
Where was he from?
I can't even think. I think he was Indian or something.
Was he? Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what, mate? It's probably done you good because you've had 5 fights in probably a week or something.
It was in a week.
And you've been busy and sharp, and so you know when you're just into your flow.
It was, but you know what it was? Literally the food. You had your stomach upset. Everything.
Was it just really? Like, But where was again? It was in Armenia. So it's like that third world country type thing,
you eat the food and all that. You had stomach problems a lot. So to be honest with you, the weight was pumping off you.
Yeah. So
it was.
So that's super heavy. Yeah, at that age. I went out years and years ago. You probably, do you know Frankie Gavin? You aware of Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a mate of mine from he's a few younger, but I went out to Chicago and watched him in 2007 when World Gold, but he was the first ever to do it. I went out and watched him, but that was some achievement. But even yours, I think you might be the only ever junior World Gold medalist, even today.
Yeah, there's a few big names been in that tournament.
Yeah.
And they all...
It's a massive achievement, that.
I never got no really recognition from that, to be fair. What did I get? I got in the boxing news, Hughie Fury won gold in small writing. I think the guy the one below me, the weight below me, the guy who got a big massive spread, put on TV channels, he won bronze.
And he won a bronze?
Won a bronze.
That's mad, I wonder
bizarre, yeah, it was crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. And good enough, you turned pro straight away, didn't you? You just got a deal straight away. You wanted to...
Just turn pro.
Yeah, I see a lot of fighters, they try to stay amateur to, you know, look for an Olympic medal or even to go to the Olympics, and some of them don't even qualify. And then they're 24 and 25 and they, you know what I mean? You've done it.
Exactly, I'd rather, because I always knew I wasn't really interested in winning titles or
you wanted to go to the top,
medals or anything. My main goal was to becoming champion, world champion. Yeah. So that's why I turned pro young and to basically get to where I want to be. Yeah, brilliant. Is the fire still burning as hot as ever? You still 100%. If it's not burning, it's definitely burning up somewhere. Yeah. But it is now. It's about getting the right fights. Yeah, boss. No, I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, who is your? Who are you with at the minute? Is it Hennessy? No, Boxer, still with Hennessy. Hennessy, but in collusion with Boxer. Yeah, Boxer's guy, yeah. That's a bench along, is it? Him, yeah. And he seems to be doing... Yeah, he seems to be doing good, well, been able to deliver the big fights, doesn't he? That's the main thing, get some big fights in. Maybe get out in April? Hopefully. Is there a show being not too sure at the minute, so just waiting, obviously, let the team get in touch and whatever else, and we'll just see from there. Who have you got sparring wise? Who do you bring in, or who do you go out to sparring wise at the moment? We just have all. We have good heavyweights. Just anyone from wherever, just whoever. Yeah. We just get important men and that's it. Oh, you bring them in from the continent? Yeah, we've done it before everywhere. Yeah, especially when you lead up to a big fight. Especially when you have to find out what your opponent's like and get similar styles. Yeah. That's right. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. What's your training on today? Now you're going to go in train after this? Yeah, probably waiting for you. Probably do some more this evening. Yeah. Done a bit of repeat this morning. Have you already trained? Yeah, done a bit of strength. Have you been in? Yeah. And when I got here, I think you cards were just turned up, hadn't they? Yeah. Because they have to be on the ball at the minute, don't they? They come everywhere. I think they've come to me in the past 3 or 4 times in like 2 months. Crazy, yeah. I think they're on a lot now because of the... They seem to be, yeah. They have to be, don't they? Yeah, they have. But you know what it is? It's an headache in one response. You've got to make sure, wherever you put, you've got to put your location, where you're staying and that. But it is good for the sport. It is brilliant, yeah. Have you got any
any other fighters coming through? Have, like, the family got any other fighters coming? You've obviously got Tommy, who's he's fighting Jake Paul soon, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, I think
it's Tommy your cousin. Tommy's your cousin. He's fighting Jake Paul soon, yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously
he's got a fight down there. Yeah, big fights. To be honest with you, as other fighters, was obviously April, in the gym.
Yeah.
You got another heavyweight, Tom.
What's his name? Tom
McDonough.
Tom McDonough. Is he just starting out? Is he?
Just starting out, yeah.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. He only had. He's not even been amateur or nothing.
No, it's just.
He had one amateur the other day. He's knocked the kid out.
Is he a natural though?
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Because some people,
dedicated, yeah.
Some people, if they're dedicated, and some people can just box, can't they? And you know,
yeah.
He's moving around. Do you move him around and things? Do you help him out?
We've sparred me for about a year or two.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
obviously going to be good.
He's come on, yeah.
How old is he?
I think he's about 22.
Yeah. So he's a young lad, yeah.
Young, yeah.
And you got Savannah, obviously.
Savannah.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Does she obviously spar up, train with April and spar up with April?
She doesn't. She
spars.
Listen, she spars men at the time, yeah. So whoever she's fighting, they vary it up.
Yeah, because she's obviously at a different level to where April's at. She's just that, but I'm sure she can help it out, can't she?
Yeah, she does.
It's hard to, you know, when you get to my age and you're like, you know, what's behind you. You still have that urge to want to like get in, spar and test yourself and things. You know, it never leaves you, and you go, no, you're still quite fit, and you.
That's the problem. You always want to test yourself, don't you?
You'll know from the family. You go,
yeah.
You know what? I feel good to get. I still want to. Actually, you've got to try and make the most out of it while your career's alive.
100%. You need to get in there and have as many fights as you can, and try and get busy. But that's the main thing this year. Hopefully, get out a few times.
Get busy.
Get busy.
It's do you know what, it's great to come and speak to you, and obviously, you know, for me, I believe you can be a heavyweight champion in the world. You definitely believe you can be a heavyweight champion in the world, and it's gonna be boss to see how it plays out for you.
No, 100%. Time will always tell, and the main thing now is just got to stay switched on.
Yeah. Brilliant. It's right, Mick. I'll let you get to your gym. Yeah, great to talk to you.
Hey, no problem. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Hey, cheers, thank you very much.